Hello, my name is Grady Pruitt. I am doing a video tutorial of GIMP, the image manipulation program. This is an overview tutorial to give you an idea of the types of things that GIMP can do. Actually, this first video, the first thing we're going to do is look at some images that were done with GIMP, and then we are going to take a look at the menus and some of the different features of GIMP that we can use to create our images. And in later video tutorials, we will show you how I will show you how to use GIMP to create some images. This particular image that we are looking at right now is an image that I created a little bit ago with the GIMP program. It shows you a number of features, including transparency, being able to create a drop shadow, as far as also using gradients. I also have some others in the window gallery here. This is one I did from a photo. Kind of looks a little bit like a sketch. Smaller size of the same version of same image. This right here is just another sample of some text done with a little bit different image. Also done with a gradient there. This one right here shows a little bit of retouching done on a photo to bring out some details in the background, and also changing the color of the shirt there. This shirt is not that color originally, so that was done with GIMP. Here is a photo that I took and turned it black and white, and left a certain part of it colored. In fact, enhanced the color of that particular part. Here is a photo that I changed the color of the photo by giving it a little tint. Just another sketch type picture. This one kind of almost looks embossed there. And then just another text thing. So that's just a quick overview of some of the types of images you can do with GIMP. This is by no means exhaustive, but it helps you to see some of the things that you can do, especially for the purposes of internet marketing. If you wanted to get GIMP, you can get GIMP by going to www.gimp.org. You can see that the current version is 2.6, and you can click right here to download it. You can use GIMP on Windows, Mac, Linux, just about any of the most common operating systems. You can do a version of GIMP for. You can download and create the files yourself, or if you have Windows, you can just go here to the binary. There's some binaries that are made by somebody already here, and for Windows, and that would take you to SourceForge where you can download it. Okay, so now that we know where we can get GIMP and we've seen some of the things that they can do, let's take a look at the actual program itself. When you open up the program, you're going to see 2 to 3 boxes, depending on which version of GIMP you have. This particular version, as I said before, is the 2.6 version. Excuse me. If you have the 2.4 version or earlier, you will see the toolbox and this window over here, but you won't see this window. And you also would see a little menu right in there. But with 2.6, you do have this third window always present there. As I mentioned a minute ago, this right over here is the toolbox. It shows you, up here you have the different tools and the different options for those tools. These are this would be the options for whatever tool you have currently selected. In this case, it's the paintbrush, so that would be the options for the paintbrush. And then these are your different tools. Now, first you have your selection. You have some selection tools up here. You have tools for finding out what colors certain parts of the image are. You can measure things, move things, change perspectives, change the way it looks. You got text tools, you got a bucket, gradient. You got some drawing tools right here that can help you to draw images. You've got clone and heal tools that can help you add use parts of image that you already have to fix other parts of your image. And then you got some different other tools that you can use to make spot changes to your image. And then right here you have a couple of boxes. This shows you your foreground color, your background color. You got a couple arrows here that will let you flip back and forth to change which one is foreground and which one is background. And if you had changed your image to a particular color, then you can always reset it to black and white by just clicking right there. Then it'll give you back your black as your foreground, your white as your background. Another tool, you might see another little group of images right here that shows you what brush, gradient, and pattern you are currently using. You can also see that over here in this tool, the ones up at the top there is going to show you your current ones that you have active. And also in your toolbox options, you can see those over here. Over here we have the window that shows you your layers, channels, paths, and like I showed you a second ago, the brushes, patterns, and gradients. The ones at the top there are the currently active ones. Over here you have your layers. Layers are something that are very useful in manipulating images, and this is where you would select your different layers. You also have channels here. There's 4 main ones here. You got red, green, blue, and alpha. But you can also add channels to that. If you have paths in your image, this is where you would find those. And then you have your ability to undo images here. Okay. Now, the core part of the program is going to be this right here. This little window right here. Many of these options are things that you should be relatively familiar with, like File, Edit, View, Windows, Help. Those are menu options that are in a lot of Windows programs, and they have pretty much the same options you would normally expect to find. You have your Help, your Context Help, Tip of the Day. If a program has that, then there's one there. Your About, your way to access user manuals, and even some stuff online. Windows, just different things with the windows that you have open. File, you have your way to create new files. Open files that are already existing. Save files that you're working on. Print files and close them. And also your quit option. Edit gives you different ways to change images, for like your undo, your redo, cut, copy, and paste. And this is also where you would find the preferences for your for GIMP. Select. A lot of these options are things that you would find under Edit in other programs, but in this particular program, because there are some extra options for selecting in an image, it has its own menu. Then you have your View. This allows you to change the way you're looking at your image without changing the image itself. Then you have Image and Layer. You'll see a lot of similarities between some of the things in these two options. The key difference is the ones on the image affect the entire image, whereas the things in the layer will just affect the layer itself. And then there's a couple other things over here in image that you wouldn't find in the layer. For example, your mode, to change your color mode, and then some other things in there. Cropping and that sort of thing is also done here in the image. Over here you have ways to affect your colors, different tools. These are the tools here, and most of these tools you can find over here, but there might be 1 or 2 tools that are not over here that you can find in the others. Okay, and then filters. This is where your powerhouse is of the program. This is what lets you do a lot of the cool effects that you can do with a program. You can blur things. Uh, uh, you can do bump maps, create the drop shadows, and all sorts of different things. And that's basically your image there. That's basically the overview. You'll notice as I was going through here, there's a lot of these that are grayed out, but whenever you open a program, when you open a file, these options should, for the most part, uh, be available to you unless you haven't met other requirements that you need for that specific option. Okay, well, that is all for this particular tutorial lesson. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you will come back and see some of our other video tutorials in the future. This is Grady saying so long for now.